wants to speak in favor of the ordinance, please give us your name, and that way we can keep a record of it. So whoever wants to come forward to speak in favor of the ordinance, now would be the time. Yes, ma'am.
Hey. All right, my name is Brandy Striblin. I'm here today in order to ban Kratom. This is kind of a rundown of my personal experience with it. I'm writing to share the devastating impact that 7-OH Kratom pills have had on my family and to urge you to take immediate action to ban the dangerous substance. My husband, Bo, became a victim of the Kratom epidemic starting around January of 25. What began as using liquid Kratom quickly escalated to 7-OH or Kratom pills, which are reported to be 13 times more potent than morphine or heroin. The effects on Bo have been heartbreaking and destructive. He has become unrecognizable, withdrawn, refusing to eat or sleep, unwilling to engage with our family, and exhibiting severe mood swings and hostility. His weight has plummeted from approximately 205 pounds to 170. Financially, our situation has deteriorated sharply. What started as a daily experience of $10 has ballooned to $300 to $400 per week. This has left us unable to cover our bills or adequately care for our two children. Bo is currently in a rehab facility for at least 30 days, choosing on his own, thankfully, during which time we have been without his income. The emotional toll on me has been severe, causing intense depression and anxiety as I worry for his health and the future of our family. My greatest fear is that one day our children may find their father in a critical condition and experience that would leave lasting trauma. The product is not FDA approved and the long-term clinical effects remain unknown. This drug has taken on families in Starkville, Oktibbeha County, and beyond is immeasurable. For the safety and well-being of families like mine, I urgently ask that you ban all forms of 7-OH or any type of Kratom. No other family should have to endure what we are going through. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Okay, and that was banning all Kratom? That was your...
Yes, synthetic, natural, everything.
Okay, all right.
And I do have a petition with some signatures I would like to turn in.
If you would hand that to the
Okay.
city clerk, please, ma'am.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you. All right. Next person wishing to speak.
Hello, I'm Emily Landrum, a family physician here in town. Grew up here and have been back in practice for almost 8 years. So I'm here to speak in favor of banning any and all Kratom products and substances, and hopefully shed a little bit more light on the dangers of Kratom use from a medical standpoint. So whether natural or synthetic Kratom products are highly addictive, largely unregulated, and not studied to any significant degree. As previously stated, they are not approved by the FDA or recommended for any medical purpose whatsoever. All major medical societies, including our Mississippi State Medical Association, the Mississippi Academy of Family Physicians, the American Medical Association, FDA, CDC, DEA, any that you can name, have labeled Kratom as a highly addictive and dangerous substance and have recommended in some form or fashion banning or regulation and restriction. I have colleagues throughout our state who work in psychiatry or addiction medicine who treat patients for this on a almost daily basis, and I have seen a few patients within our practice who have struggled with the same problems. As mentioned, the products are hugely addictive, and 7-OH in particular does act at the opioid receptors where things like heroin, morphine, other narcotic opioid substances act, but at 30 to 40 times more potency than those medications that are prescribed and controlled by the DEA and other regulations. As of 2024, it is reported that the Kratom industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and so I'm sure you can understand why we probably have a lot of parties outside of our state that are encouraging people to speak against a ban on the product and maintain the availability that it has broadly. There are a number of cities and other municipalities in the state that have instituted bans, And so I think that's what we should do here in Starkville. Having age restrictions or having the product sold just behind the counter does not prevent the use in anyone, but there's particular concern for children's and teens, as these products can often be labeled and marketed almost like candy, regardless of if it is regulated to, a certain age restriction. Those people can still sell to younger populations. And as previously stated, there are so many health effects, some we know and many that we don't, because the studies are not there.
Thank you, Dr. Leonard.
You're welcome.
All right. Speaking, yes, sir. All caps.
Hello, my name is Mike Sullivan. Okay, I received an email on Sunday from a company called Kratom out of Las Vegas, Nevada. And this is going to confirm it's all about the money. I mean, there's a lot of money to be made off Kratom. It says, hi, we're contacting our customers in central Mississippi because an important hearing affecting Kratom access is happening in Starkville, Mississippi. This hearing will include oral testimony. Having supporters physically present in the room can make a major difference in how legislators view this issue. If you live near Starkville or the surrounding area, attending this meeting and making your voice heard could help prevent a local Kratom ban from moving forward. Now, why would a company all the way out in Las Vegas, Nevada be encouraging citizens of Mississippi to come and speak up? The product should speak for itself. So if they're having to, talk people into coming to the meeting to speak up, that's questionable in itself. All right, so I too have a family member that's hooked on Kratom, and it's devastating. It's terrible. It's brutal. I've been fighting this battle a long time. I've spoken to most of you about this personally, so you know my story. I'm just sick and tired of Kratom in Starkville, Mississippi. I'm tired of it. It's hurting people big time, and it's going to start killing people. This is just some results of Googling Kratom. Just simply Google it. There's plenty of information out there. Number one, Kratom is a commercial substance that is commonly labeled as all natural herb, leading people to believe it's completely safe. But the reality is it can be extremely dangerous and, unfortunately, in some cases lethal. No parent should have to endure the loss of a child to a substance simply because they didn't know what was in it. That's Governor Kathy Hochul of New York. Number two, California officials recently launched the biggest crackdown in state history, removing over $5 million worth of Kratom from store shelves in the state. California Governor Gavin Newsom calls Kratom illicit and dangerous. He blames 27 recent deaths on Kratom, and he said California will not stand by while dangerous illegal products are sold in our communities. This is number three. According to preliminary data from the Ohio Department of Health, Kratom was found to be a cause of death of more than 200 unintentional overdose deaths in Ohio from 2019 to 2024. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine announced that he is calling on the Ohio Board of Pharmacy to immediately designate all natural and synthetic Kratom compounds as illegal drugs. Number four, Dr. Erica Pan, director of the California Department of Health, said Kratom and 7-OH are illegal to sell or manufacture for consumption. While these products are sometimes marketed as natural remedies, they are dangerous and can result in fatal overdoses. Number five, Kratom is often marketed as a harmless herbal supplement, but in reality, it has caused devastating harm in communities across our state and nation. That is Mayor Samuel Parham, Petersburg, Virginia. Number six, allowing Kratom to be sold openly in gas stations and smoke shops undermines efforts to assist those suffering from substance abuse. It sends a dangerous message to our youth that addictive and mind-altering substances can be casually purchased alongside everyday consumer goods. That's Mayor J. Harrison Clough of Orange, Virginia. Number seven, more than half of the patients presented to me for detox do so because of Kratom derivatives. It is distressing to watch these readily available substances, marketed as herbal dietary supplements, cause profound harm in our community. That's Kate Gibson, addiction medicine nurse practitioner. Number eight, as Kratom's popularity continues to grow, so does the number of individuals struggling with dependence. At the Coleman Institute, approximately 75% of our patient intakes were linked to Kratom addiction as of 2025. Jennifer Gifford, CEO of the Coleman Institute. And number nine, last, the claim that Kratom has no potential abuse and can do no harm is ludicrous. Until we truly understand how Kratom interacts with other medicines, promoting as a safe herbal supplement puts lives at risk. That's Dr. Fareed Benny Mod, board certified physician. Okay, and this is just my little thing. And I'm not comfortable doing this, but here we go. Okay, everyday Kratom, every day, many unsuspecting citizens of our community are misled into believing that Kratom is safe. It's a plant-based herbal supplement. Most consumers are totally unaware that this mind-altering substance acts like an opioid. It creates serious health risks, including seizures, addiction, overdose, job loss, family breakdown, and in some cases, tragic loss of life. The FDA, the DEA, the NIH, the NIDA, which is the National Institute of Drug Abuse, and the Mayo Clinic have all issued warnings against the use of Kratom. Also, as of September 1st, 2025, the DOT, the Department of Defense, prohibits Kratom use for all its service members. The pro-Kratom community claims that Kratom is beneficial for pain relief and a safe alternative to other drugs. If Kratom is so beneficial and safe, why is it banned in 37 plus cities and counties in Mississippi and in several states, including our bordering states of Alabama, Arkansas, Louisiana, and soon to be Tennessee? If it's beneficial and safe, why is it sold locally only in smoke shops and gas station convenience stores? Why doesn't Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, GNC, why do they not carry it if it's so safe? If it's beneficial and safe, why don't we see ads on TV promoting it or in the newspaper? Why don't we hear great things about it on the radio? Lately, the only publicity Kratom has received via the television, newspaper, or the radio is negative. There have been numerous news stories on how dangerous and even deadly it can be, and how it's being banned everywhere out of concern for public safety. Kratom is not beneficial, nor is it healthy. Kratom is addictive and it's destructive. The United States has been in an opioid crisis for several years now, and Kratom is more or less an opioid. Kratom is not much different than Oxycontin, oxycodone, Vicodin, Percocet. The main difference is the main difference between it and other pain meds is you don't need a prescription to get it. It's totally unregulated. Kratom was recently banned in Tupelo and Lee County. In an interview, Tupelo Police Chief John Quaka said the number one reason people are seeking addiction treatment in the state of Mississippi is because of Kratom. It does no good for anyone, and we need to get it under control. I spoke to Chief Quaka a few weeks ago, and he told me that that statement actually came from Damon Darcy, who is the medical director of the Mississippi Department of Public Safety. They, along with other state agencies, had compiled the data on Kratom addiction to come up with the statistic.
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan.
So, thank you.
Anyone else? There are 3 minutes left. Anyone else wishing to speak in favor of the ordinance banning Kratom? All right, seeing none, I will move to those who are against the ordinance for banning Kratom. Anyone wishing to speak against the ordinance?
Hey, I'm Sherry Owens. I take Kratom. I only take the natural Kratom. I've taken it for almost 8.5 years. I'm 63. I'm a locksmith. The reason I started taking Kratom is when I've got scoliosis, form scoliosis, got a lot of bulging disc in my neck, and I'm in pain all the time. It helps my pain, just the natural relief. But when they cut back on all the pain medication way back, 9 years, more longer than that, they cut my pain medication by 75%. And I had to have it. I mean, I could not function without my pain medication. So I started drinking, to self-medicate that way. I've never been a drinker. But anyway, I became a full-blown alcoholic pretty quick. So I did that for several years, and then till my husband back here, he found Kratom, and he saw that it would help for pain, so he ordered it for me. And I done been to rehab. I had tried. I mean, we were really trying, to help me stop. So when I got the Kratom, it came in 2017, and it was the day after Christmas, and he gave it to me, and I took it. And within 30 minutes, my pain just like melted away. I wasn't high, and it just blew my mind. I'm like, this little shrew can do that. So, and it helped my withdrawals with my alcohol, because he was still giving me the alcohol just to, he would hold it, and he would give it to me just so I would stay out of my withdrawals, just to sip, and I would be okay. When I got the Kratom, it absolutely took my withdrawals away. I was able to stop drinking. I've been sober for 8.5 years. I've gotten off all medication. I was on 26 different medications. I'm on all plant medicine now. I do not take this 7-OH stuff. It is bad. That is not Kratom. They advertise that as Kratom. It's poison. I'm not a fan of that. But it's not even supposed to be sold here anyway because I go to the Capitol. I'm an advocate. I worked with Yancey, the drug commissioner last year, and we drove this up and we passed it unanimously. Unanimously, they passed the bill to ban the 7-0, the synthetics, and to keep the Kratom leaf available for people like me, older people. It's mostly who takes it, it's the older people. So in Mississippi, it's not even supposed to be here. So if that stuff's still on the shelf, it needs pulled. It's not supposed to be sold in Mississippi. But the Kratom leaf, I'll tell this, and this is what happens when you ban. My county was actually banned, Monroe County, for a year, and I was a criminal in my own home after finding a leaf that helped me so much, and I became a criminal in my home. But I went to the board, and, they talked to me, the sheriff even went, and he says, Kratom's okay, I'd rather have that than take the pain medication to be driving around in my county. So they unbanned it. Monroe County is the only county to unban it. So I'm legal again in my county. But Pontotoc County banned. My great nephew was 23, and he got on fentanyl. He had bad headaches, and doctors just won't prescribe nothing, for a younger person for his headaches. So he did. He went out and he started buying the Lortab, and then, then it started getting fentanyl, and he got hooked on fentanyl. We tried so much to help him. I knew I'd heard other people talk about, I know people I'm on online Facebook and chat groups and stuff like that, and I know people that's gotten off heroin, meth, alcohol, just so much stuff, and Kratom got them off of it, and they're clean. They've been clean for years. PTSD with the veterans, that's how Kratom got over here. They brought it back from the war, and that's how it got over here. And soldiers take it for the PTSD. But anyway, my great nephew, we don't have any detox units around here anymore. You cannot just go and check yourself into a rehab and you're going through withdrawals. You've got to detox. 5 times I took my great nephew after I got him detoxed with Kratom. Well, two times he did go and stay in the hospital till I talked him into taking the Kratom for his withdrawals, so he could go into rehab. But he didn't come back and just start getting off on it and everything like that. But it helped him his withdrawals. His little girlfriend was on the fentanyl too, and it helped her withdrawals. And they would come to my house and get clean, and then I would take them to rehab, and we did this. It took us 3 years of in and out of rehab, and we thought he was good and everything, but anyway, he ended up committing suicide. He was 23. But he could not, I live in Monroe County, he could not just go to the store in Pontotoc and buy the Kratom anymore. I would have to take it to him because it was banned over there. And I know if he could have just run and got it that quick to help with his withdrawals, he wouldn't have called his dealer up and got the fentanyl brought to him. But he was laying over there with withdrawals. So I just really wish y'all, the synthetics is not even supposed to be here anymore. We got it, the bill passed unanimously. That never happens on any bills hardly. Unanimously, they want to keep it regular, the regular leaf Kratom safe for people like me that don't abuse it. And even the FDA is going with what we're doing, what Mississippi doing. They're following us. They're banning the 7-HR or whatever they're going to do with it. It's not going to be legal anymore. But Kennedy has said that kratom is good. The kratom leaf is good. It has no harm. I actually had hepatitis C when I was 17. It's even gone now. They said I would have that the rest of my life, and it's gone. I'm not bedridden anymore. We farm, we hunt, we do everything, and I'm able to do all that. I still, have my locksmith service. I started it here actually in Starkville. But anyway, I wish y'all wouldn't ban the whole leaf. I would hate for it to go under black market, and we know what happens with prohibition. What's sold in the stores, it has to be labeled. You're able to scan these bags and see exactly where it come from on down the line. So that's, it's got to be labeled and everything. And I just wish y'all would consider to keep it legal.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Anyone else? How many minutes left, Ms. McClure?
7.
Have 7 minutes. Okay.
Good evening. Thank you for having this hearing, and thank you for giving the public an opportunity to address you about this very important topic that affects so many people, whether it be pro-kratom or against kratom. I'm not here.
Your name, please, ma'am?
I'm sorry. My name is Vicki Hansen.
Okay, Ms. Hanson.
I am not here as a consumer of kratom, but I'm here as someone who has spent the last more than 6 years advocating for people that I know who consume the product. There have been a variety of experiences with their consumption of it. These are regular folks, working folks, church-going folks, great-grandmothers getting on the floor now, playing with their grandchildren, police officers, veterans, the ban up in Tupelo. I know some of the people up there who purchased it, they're police officers, and they just banned it. And it's used for things like PTSD. People consume that for pain relief. My neighbor, she's in her 30s. Her doctor said, "You are too young to have this back surgery. Go get yourself some kratom." She had another doctor tell her that. She knocked on my door. She said, "Vicki, thank you so much for protecting kratom in West Point, because if you wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't be able to get out and take walks anymore and play with my daughter." Another individual in West Point contacted me and said, "Thank you for helping to keep it safe in West Point. I'm a diabetic. I can't afford to go to the doctor. I can't afford the medicine to help me get by every day. I buy myself a $25 bag of this powder. I drink this disgusting tea. I can go back to work. I'm not on disability anymore." So when you're considering doing a full-out ban on a product, you're turning individuals into criminals overnight. You're also removing a source of pain relief, anxiety relief, whatever that might be. I know there's a lot of discussion about the physical impact on the body. And there's this thing called personal responsibility. And there's also this issue with, there are a lot of people who are addicts. And Ms. Sproul, Mayor Sproul, you also said that you were having this meeting, and then the next meeting also, to possibly determine how you might want to alter the language of your ordinance. So to me, that says to me that you're highly considering banning this product. I'd like to offer some possible considerations, because when you fully prohibit something, you're running away from it. You're not offering alternatives. You're not offering solutions for people. Like the last gal who just spoke, she's been on it for over 6 years. And I'm sure if you reach out to the community, if you stopped and you talked to the store owners who do sell the product, the gentleman said he got an email about a company in Las Vegas. I don't know if any of you here are business owners on the city council, but typically when an individual starts a business, it's because they want to help. They see a problem and they want to solve it. And if a business owner in Las Vegas is saying that I have this product that is helping people and I want to make sure people are still continuing to be helped, yeah, they might have, to line their pockets a little bit because, they're going to live and they're going to make money. But you don't go into business to harm people. The harm is a side effect of people not being responsible. So I'd like to offer up possible alternatives here. Number one, ban the 7-OH. Put that in your ordinance. You have tools at your disposal because the state has already regulated sales under 21. Give your law enforcement officers the tools they need to make sure that the state law is already being considered and being fulfilled. And this passed, again, like she said, unanimously. They spent over 5 years at the state capitol debating this, and y'all are taking a month and a half. 5 years. Hearing from people, hearing from both sides of the aisle, and finally coming to a conclusion to help all of Mississippians. My next idea that I might put forth for you, maybe consider talking to the state legislature about a consumption tax. Anybody who purchases the product of Kratom, maybe they have to pay a 1 or 2% additional sales tax. Now, there's already, I think it's a 20 or 25% tax on the sale of Kratom that was written into the state law. But the people who consume Kratom, they would rather be able to get out of bed and go to work every day without paying and help their community out. That 1 to 2%, take that money and put it into drug rehabilitation programs. Put it back into the community so that the individuals who are purchasing a product that's helping them every day, their purchases are also helping other people. Up in Tupelo, when I talked to store owners up there, I had one store owner tell me that he was selling over $35,000 a month in Kratom products. The legal, not the 7-OH, but the stuff that the state sells you can sell. Now, do the math on that. That's one store. That's tax revenue you're going to miss out on. And also, if you consider some type of solution to take the money for the sales of Kratom and put it into a fund to help, because the state doesn't.
1 minute.
Okay, thank you for that. Because we know the state doesn't help the local communities out with mental health issues. The state has their own problems, and you all care about the people of Starkville. And this is a possible solution to get people on the right track and for you to help them out with this. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, we will close the public hearing. We will be having another public hearing at the next board meeting, which point in time we will have the opportunity at that meeting, if the board so desires, to then adopt an ordinance of some kind if they so choose. And do we have any discussion at this point from the board in order for guidance as it relates to the ordinance that is before the board? Anyone? Alderman Sistrunk, I see your hand.
I wanted us to take our time and be sure that we got this right last meeting, and we've chosen to just move forward with what other communities have done. But based on what I'm hearing tonight and based on a lot of reading that I've done, I think that there are two issues here, and we are conflating them. One is the natural leaf kratom, which has a very low amount of the 7-OH drug in it, as compared to the blends of things that are sold in the gas station things that are called kratom, but are actually blends of the 7-OH, other synthetic things, or highly concentrated kratom. It could be any and all of those things. So I think that at the beginning of the decision tree is, do you ban everything? Do you ban the synthetic and the blends and that sort of thing, and allow the natural leaf kratom to continue to be to stand alone? From talking with the police department, based on what their survey of what's sold here in Starkville, everything that's sold here in Starkville is the blends or the concentrates or synthetic materials. So not a natural leaf kratom product is available in the city of Starkville. So I would like for us to tweak our ordinance. I don't think anybody disagrees that the synthetic, the concentrated materials, the 7-OH, and there are other chemical things that are out there that need to be wrapped into this too. I think we should get a comprehensive list of those things. Ridgeland passed a really lengthy list of things. There are other things that we probably need to add to the list, but I would like to see us bifurcate it, ban the synthetic, the concentrated, the blends, allow the natural leaf kratom, which is not being sold here anyway, to stand alone for the moment. If it turns out to be a problem going forward, we can always revisit that and add it to the list. As far as the FDA has referred this to DEA to have it become a scheduled drug, and that needs to happen. But they have specifically targeted 7-OH, a concentrated byproduct of the kratom plant. It is not focused on natural kratom leaf products. So I think none of us are chemists. None of us have done any research in this area. We all know somebody who may have had a bad experience, a terrible experience. I personally know somebody who's had a really good experience with kratom. So we're working to a great extent with emotional information more than data. And I think we make our worst decisions when we're making them based on emotion and not data. So if the FDA thinks that that's an appropriate route, I don't think that would be a bad model for us to use. The state also didn't address the natural leaf kratom. It did address kratom products. And again, I think we're conflating the two things. There are other supplements out there that are not regulated, that are not good. There are other drugs of concern from the FDA. Probably the most common one is DXM, which is has a lot of the same kind of side effects that kratom might have, that these synthetic kratoms might have. But it's found in Robitussin and over 120 other over-the-counter cough syrups. So we really, this is not our strong suit, and I think we should be cautious as we go forward, deal with the things that's problematic, and wait and see on the natural leaf kratom. And I'd like to make a motion that we tweak our ordinance to do that. Or tonight's not the night.
Well, it's actually not. We don't have it on as an action item, but what I will, and I will recognize you in just a moment, Vice Mayor. What I will do is I will tweak an ordinance so that the board will have a choice when the time comes.
Okay.
Vice Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor, very briefly for the record, for purpose of this record, this is the first of two public hearings regarding the issue of whether or not the city of Starkville, Mississippi should ban kratom in our municipality. The police chief has provided the mayor, the vice mayor, and the board with a kratom fact sheet. And in just a few minutes, Mayor, I'm going to offer this 6-page pamphlet into the record for purposes of the hearing. And the reason I'm going to offer this pamphlet, which consists of 6 pages, into the record tonight, because this is just the first of two public hearings. We'll have a second public hearing, so we can receive any and all testimony and evidence that this board will need to consider as an entire record in making our decision. By law, as the city attorney will agree, I think as well as my former colleague, that we are charged with making a decision that is supported by substantial evidence, a decision that is not arbitrary and capricious, a decision that's within the power of the board to make, and a decision that does not violate any statutory or constitutional rights. So if this ordinance is appealed to any court of for appellate review, then our decision must be supported by substantial evidence. So it is very imperative that we make a record, and that is my concern, not only as the vice mayor, but as an attorney for practicing law for almost 4 decades. With regard to the pamphlet that was presented by to us and made available to us by the police chief, I'm going to offer that into the record because what that will do, it gives us some information as to the police department views on Kratom, and this is not the only item or piece of evidence, attorney, that we'll be looking at. We'll be looking at a body of evidence. So I'm going to offer this into the record. So whenever we make the decision, of course, which will be at the next meeting after the second public hearing, and then prior to that decision, then the board will be obligated to consider, just like in a court of law, but this is less formal here, but we will consider all of the evidence, all of the testimony that came in tonight, all of the documents that have been submitted, as the mayor mentioned, as my honorable colleague from Ward 2 mentioned, and we'll look at all the evidence, not one single piece of evidence. I'm making this known to the public because this is very important, what I'm saying, because if this go up to a reviewing court, then the reviewing court, needs to know that we just didn't rubber stamp just the ordinance. The court needs to hear that we are concerned about this matter. We want the court to know whatever our decision is a rational basis test. What is our reasoning? What is our basis? So we need to have some comments into the record. So when the circuit court gets this matter, if it does, and if it goes to the Supreme Court, they'll look back and say, well, what is the evidence, if any, that the city of Starkville has? So we're going to make a good record on this. So whatever this board decides, we want to be successful, Attorney Hutchinson, former Attorney Ladder. We plan to win, whatever we decide. So we're going to have a second public hearing, and I'm going to say this because I understand this. And let me just say this, so if one of my distinguished colleagues of the Supreme Court hear this, I want them to know I understand the law. And Mayor, let me say a few more things on this because I had the occasion. I want to say this because I'm making a record, not to waste time, because I had the occasion to argue a case before the Supreme Court back in the late 90s on behalf of the Mississippi Board of Nursing, and the question and that was what was the decision of the board. So we want to make a record here. So if it goes up, we want to be able to argue our record. We want to have good findings of fact, attorneys, and conclusion of law. And we do that, we're going to win. Whatever this board decides, as long as we have a rational basis, we're going to do that. And so we're going to win whatever it is. If another jurisdiction had a case appealed, that's that jurisdiction. We're going to get it right. We're going to do it right. We're going to follow the law. We're not here to make a decision tonight. We're not here to make a decision until after the second public hearing, which is the next meeting. I think it's April the 7th of 2026. So, I want to, and I'm going to seek recognition again at the next meeting, and I'm going to make some comments before we vote, Mayor, at the next meeting. Why? Because I will make sure our record is tight. We work hard with everything we do in this municipality. We're going to have the record like it should be. We don't nobody second guessing us, because the standard on review is that appellate court attorneys should not second guess us as a board, because we know best how the police are on. That's in the law. That's clear. That's why I told Justice Sullivan, Banks, and Pittman. I enjoyed it. We're going to win it. Mayor, I'm going to offer this pamphlet that was tended to us. Is at our desk tonight. It's a packet from our Honorable Police Chief, Mark Ballard. Chief Ballard, just for purpose of the record, this is your packet that you gave us, right? Chief? Yes, sir. So there's 6 pages, and I'm just developing a record on it. So the police chief, Honorable Clerk, gave us this 6-page pamphlet, and it has the heading Kratom Fact Packet. So I want to offer this to you, if you would come and receive this, and we just have it marked as part of this exhibit for tonight's hearing. And thank you very much. Mayor, I yield. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Anyone else? Anyone else? All right, we will move to the next item, which is the public hearing consideration of a 21-19-11 item of a property located at 113 North Lafayette Street. This will be our code enforcement.
I think,
I was going to say, y'all might want to turn down your volume.
yeah, turn your volume down now.
I'm like coming in like an ASMR person.
Yeah, he almost said Crampton. Sherry and Vicky did freaking amazing.
Yeah, y'all did awesome.
And then the one lady that's sitting up there, right there, that chick right there. I don't know her.
Oh, sorry, my phone's talking.
I don't know her name, but she definitely had common sense.
Yeah, and that's like, dude, we never hear that.
I know.
So it's like such a breath of fresh air to hear someone actually just common sense, like, you
Yeah,
know? And that guy, he sounds like, I mean, if he actually does his due diligence and does his research, kudos to him as well.
I know. I mean, he was speaking like a lawyer.
Yeah,
Somebody must have accused them before of them not doing their job. The council.
something.
Something went down. Hey, what's up, Kelly? I know. I would love to know that too. Are you getting ready for Tennessee?
Tennessee.
Man, tomorrow's gonna be a busy day. Busy day.
Yeah. Yeah, we got Ohio, Tennessee.
Arizona,
Oh yeah.
Idaho.
Idaho. God, I forgot about Arizona.
Idaho, Tennessee, Ohio, Arizona. I feel like there's one more.
Ohio is before Tennessee. So Idaho, Ohio, Tennessee, Arizona. Yes,
You-
thank you, Kelly. I'm so glad that y'all. I feel guilty for not going this week, but I physically can't do it. I was just looking to see how far Starkville, Mississippi was when they said they were having their next thing on April the 7th, and I'm like, it's 3 hours, and I'm like,
Oh dang.
yeah, that's. I mean, that's. But I'll definitely be. Yeah, the legality. Well, my thing is like just like with Tennessee, like if the KCPA is enacted and they're supposed to be, you're not enforcing it. Like you're
Yeah.
not enforcing, and that's the exact problem that's wrong with Tennessee right now.
Mm-hmm. Georgia.
It- yeah, Georgia.
Yeah. Our KCP, they're enforcing our KCPA here.
Yeah.
There's been a couple towns that's came up, for meetings, and it's for enacting the KCPA, which means it's got to be certain, thousands of feet or whatever from schools and churches or something like that. They're enforcing our KCPA. We're doing it right here in Colorado.
Yeah, yeah. And my thing is like if people ain't doing it right, then start charging them. Make some money for the city.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, dude, it's Tennessee. This is my, Team Tennessee though. Anybody watching this from Team Tennessee, I appreciate every single one of y'all. Yeah, you're Team Tennessee. I mean, Tennessee has done so awesome so far. I mean, I'm real proud of us. And
Yeah.
hopefully we'll continue to. Hopefully, it'll work out.
Yeah.
I don't
We'll
want
find
to
out.
be too optimistic or pessimistic. I'm just like completely on the borderline of I'll react when I feel like I can.
Yeah. I know that some of the big dogs are coming in again tomorrow,
Yes.
Kelly. So I don't want to name them off, but you'll see some big dogs.
Oh, that's right. Hey, Angela. Tennessee.
Angela.
Hey, Tennessee. And even the people that aren't able to show up, there's been a whole lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Big
Yeah.
appreciate that. Like it's we all work together like a machine everywhere. That's what
Mhm.
advocating is.
There's a lot of advocacy that happens behind the scenes.
A lot.
lot.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
have to be we have to be careful with it,
Yeah. Because
our antis don't know how to advocate unless they're piggybacking off our advocacy. We ain't handing that shit to you on a silver platter. You got to work for your anti-advocacy.
we ain't a news channel, all right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like they treat us like we're the damn news station or something. Get out of here.
We put in the work. You got to put in the work.
Oh, it's like they're just.
Who the hell's that?
That's her rep.
Oh.
She's in both committees so far.
It's still time, fee, job for your life, huh? But yeah, people don't understand how much we do. It's a lot.
Yeah. But I mean, every day, like when I think about all the people that like, how many people would be devastated in Tennessee if this was banned? Like, and
Yeah,
that's just my state,
yeah.
So I mean, that's what I told myself the past 2 weeks when I went up there, but I do have to call it quits for this. My husband keeps on saying, he's like, why do you keep telling me you're not going this week? And I'm like, because I'm trying to tell myself not to do
Yeah,
it.
because you feel guilty. I know you do. And a
But
part of me wanted to stay. Like when I was, waiting at the airport to get on my plane, I was like, maybe I should just stay. But then I didn't have enough funds to allow me to
oh
stay an extra
yeah.
5 more days.
I
So
don't think people realize like that because I mean, dude, I don't travel, I think, but when you do actually travel, you're like, damn, this is kind of expensive,
yeah,
But thank God for all the people that like, would you get down, Cat? Sorry, that donated and everything to help out because that did help out a
yeah, it
lot.
did. It truly
Yeah.
did help out. I was able to, divide up the funds, even though even though y'all didn't want it, but I still fucking made y'all take it. I don't want it. Y'all kept saying, no, keep it. No. I'm like, no, I don't want to keep it. I got asked for donations for y'all. Not only for myself, but for y'all.
Oh, I know,
Kelly.
Kelly.
That, like I said, the thought ran through my mind, and then I was like, but then I would have had to, like, I don't know.
Kitty.
I would have had to, like, move stuff around and all that stuff. But luckily, I didn't get sick coming back from this trip. Man, that
I
Florida
was
trip
thinking
kicked my
about
ass.
that. Yeah, it's probably your immune system built up from
Yeah. Because I tell you what, I was on the plane with all them damn Disney kids. My
I
plane,
was worried.
when I was
I was
going to
worried
Florida.
about that. Oh, because
'Cause I
like
was-
you're around a lot of people and woo, man.
I got the cooties from the Disney kids. And I was sick for like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
And
you
I was
still sound
just
stopped up a little bit
Yeah.
too.
I was just getting better whenever I flew out to Tennessee. I was just at the tail end of my cold, and still went out there and I'm
I
still
don't doubt
shocked.
that you're a good cook though, Kelly, because man, I see it what you would post on Facebook. And
Oh, you be posting stuff
yeah.
on Facebook?
Yeah, she likes she posts up what she cooks. And I'm like, man, that looks so good.
I miss Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook misses you.
Whatever you did, the little balloons came on your screen.
What, just now?
No, earlier. It's like you looked away or something. You know how the Restream has the little. I don't think I could do it on my end. Oh, because you have the Mac computer.
Yeah.
I don't know what you did for the balloons though. You were looking down or something.
I don't even know. I can't remember. Okay, there we go.
There's the lasers.
Zinc. Yeah.
Yeah, when I came back, I went and got some zinc. I was drinking the Mullinan tea, which oh my god, maybe they're gonna ban Mullinan tea because that helps you get over a cold.
Oh man, these people. I mean, these people.
Like I was blowing I tell you what, the snot that came out of my body, it's like I could have filled a 5-gallon bucket. I was freaking I went through tissue like crazy. And then
I haven't been that sick in a while, but it's
Me either.
horrible when you're that. Like you feel like you're leaking.
Oh my god! And because I had that hoop nose ring in at the time, and I freaking broke that nose ring.
Did you?
Yeah.
God, what are you doing, Cat? She's acting like a crazy wild animal, dude.
She wants your
Good
attention.
Lord. Well, I will say Sherry and Vicky, is that her name? They both did
Vicky.
amazing.
Yep, y'all did amazing.
Oh,
Show up
I've
at the
heard
next
of
one.
somebody brought up ashwagandha recently. I don't know if it was at a hearing
Might have been
or
Kelly.
no, it was like somebody's talking negatively about it because it altered your
yeah.
yeah, I can't remember if it was at a hearing or like it's one of those things we listened to behind the scenes or something. But I was like, "Are you kidding me, dude?" Like,
Yeah. Kelly, I know. I showed you the ashwagandha I take. I take a magnesium supplement. It's an extract, and it's got ashwagandha in it and some other vitamins. You took a picture of it in the car so that you can get it. I take it every night. Every night. I freaking love it.
I need
That
to
helps
try
me
some of
sleep.
that.
Oh my God.